Ah, the carny life. The lilt of calliope music, the rhythm of the barker's patter.
The nauseating, ever-present smell of stale cotton candy and farm animals.
For those of you looking for the ultimate virtual sideshow experience, complete with pushy vendors, skeet ball, and a mystery to be solved,
Zoink Scoop! It was the park manager all along!
check out Panic in the Park, the new interactive adventure game from Interactive and Imagination Pilots.
Ah! It's the same people who did Blown Away! Runs away screaming!
That's not a line, that's a stage direction.
What? Runs away? Oh! Ah!
The good news is that Imagination Pilots are definitely getting better at what they do. Panic in the Park has a much better selection of games than Blown Away.
Of course, that really wouldn't take much now, would it?
The digital video segments are very well done, kind of campy and surreal in a good way.
That's a good thing, since it takes up so much of the game.
Yeah, this is a 3 CD-ROM monster.
Well, by today's standards, 3 CDs can't really be called a monster anymore. 7 CDs, that's a monster. 3 CDs is more like a mid-size.
So there's these twins, you see.
Oh, I like a game that starts with twins, especially when they're both played by Erica Eleniak.
Their father was the owner of Skyview Amusement Park. He always said he was going to give the park to its employees when he died.
But when the time came, the deed to the park disappeared, probably stolen. One twin,
The good twin,
wants to follow her father's wishes, while the other twin
the evil twin.
wants to tear down the park and sell the land.
You're a newspaper reporter and a friend of the good twin, and she asks for your help to find the deed.
So what are you gonna do? Turn down Erica Eleniak?
In order to find the deed and the thief, you have to go to the park and get information from the vendors.
And they are a weird bunch of people. You start with 10 tokens.
Supplied by the good twin.
Okay, cut that out. Anyway, you start with 10 tokens, and in order to get more and win the confidence of the vendors, you have to play their games and win.
The games are very appropriate to the carnival setting. You got your skee ball, your mechanical claw game,
You got your dart throwing game and your gopher smashing game.
all kinds of really tricky and subtle games going on here.
And just like in real carnival games, you may get easily discouraged by how difficult the things are to win, and you may leave with the distinct feeling that they're rigged.
You see, it's usually not the games that are the problem. They're all pretty good ideas. The trouble is that the interface is all mouse-based.
Boy, I bet you never thought you'd hear someone complaining that a game uses the mouse too much.
It's not that they use it too much, they just use it wrong. For throwing darts, for example, you sort of scoot your mouse forward to throw. That's it. No clicking, just pushing. It's up to whatever arcane program they've devised to figure out when to let go of the dart.
Also, if your mouse is a little slow and unpredictable, it's going to affect your score in a big way.
The same thing is true of this skee ball and a few others. The flick of the wrist idea is a lousy way to do things.
Beyond the mouse problem, none of the games here were particularly bad. Given Blown Away, that was a really nice surprise.
And there was at least one game that was really great. This is Crazy Coin. There's all these belts moving in alternating directions, and they're covered with bumps and holes and things. You want to flip a coin tiddlywink style from belt to belt until you get it into the cup at the top.
Yeah, this would have made a pretty good game on its own. It's lots of fun and doesn't require the almost impossible intricacy of some of the other games.
Once you win enough games, you get special coins from the vendors so you can play the Oracle puzzle. Solve that and you get to go under the park and eavesdrop on some of the characters for clues.
This whole mystery plot thing seemed really contrived. I mean, even when you find the deed, you don't really win until you solve the crime. I know that's real nice and oozing with closure, but let's face it, it shouldn't be your job at all.
Yeah, but there are a couple of extra levels to the game this way. It adds more challenge.
You want more challenge than the dart game? No thanks. I think I'll just pick my games individually and avoid the whole plot thing altogether.
Well, you can do that too. Choose your favorites and play as often as you like with no worries about tokens or oracles or Scooby-Doo type mysteries.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for them nosy kids.
While it's certainly not a classic, Panic in the Park is still quite entertaining if you can stand the cheesy plot
And the awkward mouse controls.
and facing major verbal abuse from the characters every time you lose a round.
You'll probably have a pretty good time.
And you'll get 2 Ericas for the price of 1. Roar!